The BMW 3 Series may well be brilliant. The only problem is that it seems like everyone's got one, and that's why for the coupe version, BMW have decided to call it the 4 Series. The car is actually lower, wider and longer than both the old 3 Series Coupe and the new 3 Series Saloon. In fact, externally, the only body panel it shares with that car is the bonnet. The rest of the exterior is bespoke. If you look down here, you see the nose is more aggressive, and this lower part of the grille has been redesigned as well. At the side, you get the air breathers of the 3 Series GT for improved airflow, and being the coupe, of course, you've got these posh frameless windows. Now, if you ignore the wing mirror up, the widest part of the 4 Series is this rear wheel arch, and it's more prominent, and that's to give the car a muscular stance on the road. And if you come to the back, the way the boot lid has been designed, it kicks up at the back, so it acts like a little spoiler, so you don't need a normal spoiler. Inside, however, the differences are less noticeable and are limited to unique trim colours. But that's no bad thing, as inside the normal 3 Series is sufficiently sporty and luxurious enough already. Actually, there is one difference. With the 4 Series, you have a seatbelt butler, which when you shut the door, look, he hands you your seatbelt. You also get some improved specification over the normal 3 Series, so stuff like xenon headlamps, leather seats that are heated, and front and rear parking sensors, they come as standard. In terms of build quality, well, the normal 3 Series Saloon came in the top 10 of the 2013 Driver Power Owner Satisfaction Survey. You can rate your car by visiting driverpower.co.uk. In-car cubby spaces are impressive for this type of car, meaning there's plenty of places to store your bits and pieces, or your sweets. Now's the bit of the review where I show you the boot, but oh no, my hands are full with bags and I can't possibly put them down. If only there was another way to open the boot. Yeah, this car's got one of those special systems with a sensor under the bumper that when the key's in your pocket, waggle your foot underneath, it automatically opens. That's an option. Now the boot itself, well, check it out. It's almost the same size as on the normal 3 Series, and you can fold down the rear seats if you need to carry longer items. The 4 Series is a great car to drive, and it's got a wide range of talents. You sit nice and low, so it feels suitably sporty, and the seats, yeah, they're supportive and very comfortable, and the steering, it's accurate and sharp. Yeah, it's nice and light when you want to just poodle about around town. Also, because the car sits lower and wider than the 3 Series Saloon and has more sporty suspension settings, it feels slightly more agile. No, it's not a huge improvement, but then the 3 Series is a great handling car to begin with already, isn't it? Thing is though, if you drive the cars back to back, you do notice that this one, the 4 Series, is sharper, and as a result it's even more fun to drive. At the moment, the 4 Series is rear-wheel drive only. However, BMW will be adding xDrive all-wheel drive versions to the range soon, so you don't have to worry about getting stuck if it snows. You don't have to worry about performance either, because the 435i has a lovely straight-six turbocharged 3-litre engine, which can do 0 to 60 in a little over 5 seconds. But if that's not quick enough, there'll be an M version on the way soon, which will have around 440 horsepower, and that should be mental. The sensible choice though is the 420D, as it's still quick yet can top 60 miles per gallon. Trouble is, that engine at idle and at low speeds, it's just a little bit rattly and noisy. And then there's the fact that if you go for the manual, which obviously is standard, the gearbox is fine to use, but the pedals are offset, so your clutch is where the brake normally is, your brake is where the throttle is, and the throttle, well, it actually feels like it's somewhere in the middle of the road. I mean, really what you want is the 8-speed automatic, because it is so good, and you can change gears yourself using steering wheel mounted paddles. And that's the thing you see with the BMW 4 Series. You have to add bits to it, pay extra to make it be as good as it can be. And one of the other things you're going to want is the adaptive dampers, because they really do make the car drive better. In sport mode, they are suitably firm, but in comfort, the ride is very supple, whereas on the normal suspension, the car can feel a little bit bumpy at times. Then there's the back seats. Now, compared to some of its rivals, the 4 Series isn't too bad, legroom's good, But yeah, look, you can see sloping roof line. My head is wedged up against the roof there, and the only way to travel so that it's not is kind of like that, and yeah, that's not going to be good for your neck. Finally, oh, there we go, I'm out. We need to talk about the price, because the 4 Series costs about £3,000 more than the 3 Series, and that's already pretty expensive to begin with. Still, for some people, it's going to be worth the extra because you get some added kit, it's sharper to drive, and it's got greater exclusivity. But before you buy a 4 Series, you probably want to check out some of its rivals, and we've got a review of the Mercedes C-Class Coupe here, and a review of the Audi A5 there. And of course, after you've watched those videos, don't forget to click on our logo to subscribe to our channel.